Hey, you'll never believe what these service advisors told us. So we're working with a group of advisors, and they're kind of in that mode. Really, they're venting a little bit about certain technicians. And one of the advisors spoke up and they had frustrations around the technicians and recommendations that they made. And it really led into an interesting conversation because what was happening is that maybe technician A was always recommending certain items, one, two, three things, but never really a lot of items for that service advisor. But yet, technician B almost killed the car every single time, right? We know those technicians. There's a laundry list of items on the vehicle. Well, what's the difference? Is the car really that different? Is the average age, average mileage, this big gap in difference, and that technician A just happens to get all the low mileage cars? Well, of course not. That's never the case. The reality usually is that we have to look in the mirror a little bit as service advisors and say, hey, what am I really doing when it comes to selling those certain items? Or am I setting the standard in my store of what I expect out of my technicians? And what I mean by that is, hey, are you just taking those recommendations at face value and running with it? Or are you doing your due diligence as a service advisor as the safety net in the store to really verify exactly what you're about to go tell those customers as facts? A lot of times what happens that we find is it's really easy to point the finger at the technician as an advisor and say, well, they just don't recommend a lot. I don't get a lot out of technician A. But technician B, boy, they recommend everything, right? Well, the reality is go talk to the technicians. What are they going to say? They're going to say, hey, every time I recommend and do an inspection for Joe, he never sells anything. He never recommends everything that I recommend on the vehicle after the MPI. So why am I going to continue to do a thorough inspection when it's Joe's ticket? And those type of conversations always come up in certain shops when we see this kind of frustration between techs and advisors. It's really got to be an open conversation. And really, as the leader in that store, is setting the standard of what is our expectation. When we check that customer in, what is the expectation as the service advisor to really understand what should we be selling on the drive? Hey, if I get a recommendation from a technician that's general maintenance, usually it's fluid services. Well, why wasn't that sold and recommended up front? I don't understand. We have a time and a mileage recommendation. Was it not offered up front and we were hoping for the technician to really just put it on their inspection? Start having those conversations with your advisors, with your technicians. If you start seeing a common pattern in your store, you might want to dig back just a little bit more to discover exactly what's going on. Odds are you're going to find something very similar and you need to realign and reset those expectations moving forward.